What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another reaction. The nude music video by I-DLE was just dropped literally 2 minutes ago. I am locked and loaded, ready to go. So without any further ado, if you guys want to check out some of my other reactions to I-DLE, though I do have to warn you, those were with a previous reaction style where I paused and talked over the first watch. So maybe some people are not going to be too big of fans of that style, whereas right now we're doing it a little bit differently. Also, if you want to check out some of my Queendom reactions, where I pretty much fall in love with I-DLE even further, check out the Patreon where I have reactions to Queendom 1, 2, Road to Kingdom, Kingdom. Currently just started reacting to Girls Planet 999, as well as some other content that you may or may not find interesting. The link is down below. You can check out the list of all of the reactions that are currently available before ever needing to sign up. So if you see something that you may like, consider checking out the Patreon. And let's get into it. I'm so excited. The whole story inspired by Marilyn Monroe. And I promised myself not to check out the teasers and everything. And yet I kind of couldn't stop myself. Yesterday, I watched pretty much everything that there was to watch leading up to this comeback. And the fact that recently the movie with Ana de Armas was also released about Marilyn Monroe, which pretty much shows you the struggles and like the reality behind the insane fame and the most wanted woman alive, essentially. I believe that this music video and this whole album is going to show a different side of I-DLE that, much like the interview bit said, some may like it, some may not, but let's be honest, it's I-DLE. It's going to deliver no matter what. I'm so excited for this album, so without any further ado, let's get into it. Oh, damn.
You think the partner cause you feel so rude. Think outside the box, then you like it. Hello, my name is Yappy Yappy Yo. 말투 멍청한데 몸매 sexy sexy yo. 그럼 다야 봐, can't 열어 날 내가 웃기는 웃게 웃기는 웃게. 뒤틀려버린 너의 love. I don't need a man. 철학에 미친 독서관. Setbackman. 싸가지 없는 스토리에 모지 황당한 야유하는 관객도. You treat me, you a liar. 밝아버 켜져버린 movie star. 별빛이 깨져버린 rom. 우리 볼품 없대도 뭔가 진다 해도 다신 사랑받지 못한대도. Yes, I'm loaded.
Oh my god.
Yes, I'm loaded.
Like, this is the real me. I don't give a fuck, I don't give a love. Nice. Let's turn this up.
Ouch. 실례합니다. 여기 계신 모두 한 작품을 기대하셨다면 Oh, I'm sorry. 그딴 건 없어요. 안부는 저쪽 대중은 흥미없는 정보. 그 팝콘을 던져도 덤덤. 행복과 반비례 평점. 나의 정점 멋대로 내 편견은 토할 것 같니.
Prejudice reminds me of Oh My God as well. Man, they all look amazing. Oh my god, Neon.
Yes, I'm nude.
I want an animated crossover with Tomboy and Nude right now. Oh my god, Mimi. Oh. I guess she's a pervert? Was one of the comments. I guess I'm a pervert.
Now I draw a luxury nude.
Oh my god.
You think about nude 'cause you feel so rude. Think outside the box. 까고 말해. 아름다운 나의 nude. 아름다운 나의 nude. I'm born nude. 변태는 너야.
Oh my god, this is incredible.
note.
Holy smokes. And then Suyeon is obviously like in her most vulnerable self. She's nude, but she's not really nude. This is not the nude that you were expected. You were expected an R-rated show, I believe, were the lyrics, as we see Suyeon through that glass being inside of it, like some type of showcase piece. This video was inspired by Marilyn Monroe and Banksy. Now, Banksy is a very famous artist, and he is essentially his art is a means of communication to loudly proclaim his dissatisfaction with certain aspects of society, political situations, or even certain decisions taken by world leaders. We're going to take this back, but I love the fact that they took two entities like Marilyn Monroe and Banksy to call out the hypocrisy behind the aesthetics, essentially, of a person, of not caring really about who the person really is. Like the fact that I'm showing you a nude version of myself is not necessarily literal nude, but rather I'm showing you myself in my truest form, my most vulnerable form, which is why I believe like the interview bit said something along the lines of some people may not like it, some may do. I was blown away by the song. I really want to take this back. They all obviously look absolutely incredible, but I feel like it would be kind of hypocritical of me to just talk about how incredible these girls look. They always look phenomenal. The concept that they did, the fact that they're calling out the hypocrisy behind me essentially just talking about how beautiful they are and disregarding the lyrics would pretty much prove the point of this entire music video. So for that reason, let's take this back. So I thought she said, what you think about nude? She said, why you think about nude? Like, this is not the nude that we were trying to accomplish with this music video. Like, you hear nude, which is why also the X is marked instead of the U on the nude part. This is not the nude. This is not the R-rated show that you were expecting, much like Suyeon was talking about in the lyrics. This is beautiful.
Why you
Welcome to the glamorous and sensual nude show. All her loves, ladies, and lusty legends. A starry night, a naked movie star. Like everything about this is just the dedication to this concept is absolutely beautiful. Don't be rude. Beautiful.
Why you think about nude? Cause you feel so rude. Think outside the box, then you like it.
There's a line here that is very interesting of Suyeon saying, think outside the box. And I cannot take credit for it, unfortunately, but someone on Twitter did make the connection between this line and Mini's scene in Tomboy, where she literally opens the box. We see like a POV from inside of a box, as Mini said something along the lines of, you cannot handle me, which is essentially what this music video is. Like, you only think of me from one perspective and you cannot handle me at my realest, literally talking about me at my most vulnerable self. You don't want to hear about that. You only want me for what you see kind of on screen, as Marilyn Monroe kind of like portrayed like the perfect woman. But in reality, especially if you even watch the trailer to the movie, you can see there was so much darkness behind the scenes in her life. So that was a cool little connection.
Why you think about nude? Cause you feel so rude. Think outside the box, then you like it. Hello, my name is Yappy Yappy Yo. 말투 멍청한데 몸매 sexy sexy yo.
Yeah. You don't care about how I talk, if I'm slow, if I'm this or that. You don't really care about the fact that I'm slim, I'm beautiful, I'm everything that I say essentially kind of becomes noise to you anyway. So you only care about the aesthetics. This is oh my god, Yuki. Holy shit, her voice there. Oh my god. Did you think I just laugh as if? I love that Yuki's deep, deep fucking voice delivered that line as if like she's kind of like looking down, almost as if like thinking of, there's so much disgust in her voice there. It's absolutely I love the contrast between Mini and Yuki here. Ooh. This is absolutely incredible. Audience booing and shouting, "You tricked me, you're a liar." Like there's this parasocial relationship, and some people take it way too far in thinking that they actually have relationships with these idols. How dare you trick me and showing me your true self and not be the character that I thought that you would be? Like, how dare you have an actual life? It is almost like there's a sense of entitlement as well there. I don't give a love, much like I don't give a fuck. Broken Starlight, holy shit. Even if I'm not loved anymore, even if I look tacky or fall apart, at least I'm me. Like an undressed movie star, a movie star that doesn't have a character that is just being himself, as Mion is essentially doing like this press conference of sorts of announcing like, I don't care if I'm not gonna get any love from any of you. I'm me. I'm nude. I'm I'm the real version of me. So you're either going to like it or not, much like the interview bit. Oh my god, Yuki. I love the contrast. Oh shoot. That's beautiful. Love that even the hearts are upside down. Put on my beautiful self, yeah.
Ouch. 실례합니다. 여기 계신 모두한 작품을 기대하셨다면 Oh I'm sorry. 그딴 건 없어요. 안부른 저쪽 대중은 흥미없는 정보. 그 팝콘을 던져도 덤덤. 행복과 반비례 평점 나의 정점.
The rating is just rating is just the inverse of bliss. Is that like a play on ignorance is bliss in a way? This is absolutely incredible.
Ouch. 실례합니다. 여기 계신 모두한 작품을 기대하셨다면 Oh I'm sorry. 그딴 건 없어요. 안부른 저쪽 대중은 흥미없는 정보. 그 팝콘을 던져도 덤덤. 행복과 반비례 평점 나의 정점 멋대로 낸 편견은 토할 것 같지.
This whole part but my climax, I feel sick of those prejudice made by themselves. You yourself got this idea like I'm just doing me. I'm doing a character that you yourself are more invested in that character than me. Your misinterpretation of me is not my problem. So you're welcome to let me know how you feel and throw that popcorn, and if this is not the type of show that you were expecting. I love Sooyeon's verse here.
실례합니다. 여기 계신 모두한 작품을 기대하셨다면 Oh I'm sorry. 그딴 건 없어요. 안부른 저쪽 대중은 흥미없는 정보. 그 팝콘을 던져도 덤덤. 행복과 반비례 평점 나의 정.
Literally, the old man is the one who's throwing the money, which is kind of funny, but sad at the same time. So she's almost like an item for sale, like an artwork for sale. Yes, I'm nude, but I'm close, so this wasn't the type of show that you were expecting. This is not the nude that you were expecting. Feel free to throw your popcorn because you were expecting literal nudeness and whatnot. Wait. No more shameless nights. As I believe the first pre-chorus said something about a starry light, a night of broken starlight. So the second pre-chorus is almost like a night of where I'm kind of accepting myself for who I am, and I'm no longer like ashamed. The part of me that was too concerned about what others think it is kind of over, so I'm not letting that even affect me one bit anymore, which is a really cool progression within the pre-choruses. Even if I look tacky, or perhaps to you, like, that's your fucking opinion. So I'm no longer going to be. That's also an interesting progression, if I'm not mistaken, in the pre-chorus. So it's like literally them kind of like not giving a fuck anymore, which is beautiful. Man, holy smokes, dude. Holy shit. And Neon. Ooh. Oh my god. Oh, Mimi. Okay, I would not be surprised if those are 100% real comments that they got on some of the previews, the teasers, also like calling out Suyeon's rap. I guess it's a bit of a, it's almost like I-DLE are putting themselves under a microscope, which is looked at by nothing but haters, as far as like her verse on Tomboy. I remember, even though I really enjoyed that verse, there were some comments that were not as big of fans as I am of that verse, and in particularly the actual concept. There were some people that didn't really like it, and these comments, as far as like when the teasers came out and it seemed like I-DLE were literally nude, it's like the comments are showing you the point that you are missing. Like, nude is not the nude that you were expecting. So we'll give you a refund if you were entering the show expecting something else, much like Suyeon's verse. It's too vulgar. Show me something sexy, because some people, much like that old man throwing money. And this part right here with Yuki kind of, in a way, reminds me of Jisoo's part in D4, where she falls down as people are looking at this mural of Jisoo. The phones are pointing at it, and then Jisoo falls down to show like a representation of her making a mistake or just being human, vulnerable, and then the phones are being used at, being held up as guns, pointing at her as if like social media is going to pounce on you. Like every single you're constantly essentially under a microscope, and there's nothing that you can do about it unless you don't let that get in the way of your happiness. So put on my most beautiful self, me in my nude version, and me not caring about all of this. And as incredible as they all look throughout this entire music video, I gotta be honest, this scene here, these outfits, this is the best that they look, in my opinion. It's absolutely incredible, as the entire set is kind of like being set on fire with the studio light, the piano, everything just starts to go to shit, as they're very happy because they're tired of putting on like this act and whatnot, which is absolutely beautiful. Oh my god, Nini's voice. This is... Speak out. Nice. I'm not in charge of your perception and your dirty mind,
Note.
which is absolutely true. And again, the X over the nude, as if this is not the nude that you were expecting, and also the chorus kind of switched up a bit, as instead of think outside the box, and you'll like it was the beginning, but here speak out, like don't be afraid of being you, and stop living inside that box that you trapped yourself in, which is an absolutely beautiful message. And the ending with Suyeon kind of just her facial expression and everything showing her at her most vulnerable self. So overall, this was an absolutely incredible song. And in a month like October, I think that this is one of the best songs yet that I've heard in recent memory. And I cannot wait to listen to it again. I just love how it sounded even like a Marilyn Monroe movie, like the musical influences with the piano and everything, and the the ending and the progression within the lyrics to show off almost like character development within Idol themselves, as far as not caring about that broken storyline, which then becomes no more like Shameless Night or something, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm a little bit off on some of the lyrics, but I really like the progression uh, in their lyrics, and just the ending with them saying "speak out." It should definitely speak kind of volumes. And overall, this was absolutely beautiful. Let me know what you thought about this reaction. If I made any sense, as always, let me know in the comment section. These are just my opinions and my interpretation of this music video. So if there's anything that I may have missed or anything that you would like to add, feel free to drop some knowledge. And make sure to like this video, subscribe if you're new, and I will catch you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. See ya.